hotel industry is witnessing significant shifts in revenue management practices. That's why we invited our partner Atomize to explore key revenue management trends and predictions for 2024 and how lodging operators can prepare. Hi everyone, my name is Paula. I'm a partner marketing specialist at Cloudbeds, and I'm here with Alexandra Fjällman, Chief Marketing Officer at Atomize. Thank you so much for chatting with us today, Alexandra.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So Alexandra, for those who aren't familiar with what Atomize does, can you sum it up for us?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So my name is Alexandra Fjällman, as you just said, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Atomize. So I've been working for Atomize in 2019. So soon it's 4.5 years. So Atomize is a cloud-based revenue management software for hotels. So we help hotels to optimize and automate their room pricing. And we include different data pillars such as, their performance data, reservation data from the property management system, from Cloudbeds, since we are integrated partner to you. We also use market data, composite data, and so on. And all of these data pillars has an effect on your price and your demand. So it's part of their price assessments, and we do it in real time. Today we work with over 500 hotels in 50 countries. So it's everything from independent segment to groups. And I would say that we are most well known, I think, for our real-time capabilities, which means that instantly there's a demand shift in the market, we can instantly respond to that and adjust your rates. So it means that you will never miss a revenue opportunity, and you will not risk selling out your rooms too cheap.
Nice. So, like you said, you've been working for over 4 years, so you're an expert on revenue management. So let's
You're
talk
never
about...
an expert, but you learn new things all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure you're an expert, Alexandra. So let's talk about the predictions and trends for 2024. So in your opinion, what are the key revenue management trends hoteliers should be aware of? And most importantly, how can they prepare?
Yeah, good question. So, I would like to start with, and this is a trend, I guess, in all areas and all sectors. Everyone is affected by it, and it brings huge opportunities, I would say, if you can leverage from it. And that is actually talking about AI. And I think no one has missed that it's opening up a big field of opportunities. And I think there are different levels of AI, everything from machine learning to more advanced, complex algorithms. And, we are seeing the growth and use of ChatGPT. And I think it's fantastic. That's talking to you also working within marketing. We use it for content creation, marketing creation. It saves a lot of time, and it's very, it's humanly, it's impossible to determine if it's a human or not. So it's really a fantastic tool that can help a lot. And also for hoteliers, everything from personalized AI chatbots that is almost, impossible to determine if it's a human or not, to utilizing tools with different AI capacities to kind of analyze quite complex data sets, to make recommendation based on that. Just going to Atomize, I think we are also a good example of that. We have an algorithm that is self-learning, and it's adapting over time to every specific hotel and the hotel's performance and hotel's pattern, so to say, demand pattern. So over time it learns, and the price recommendations becomes more and more kind of fine-tuning. It doesn't shift a lot. So that's one example if you look from our point of view. But I think in general, for technology vendors, we need to really plan and see how we can utilize and implement AI even more to a larger extent, because it's already here and it's used in many aspects. So I think the next step is that we will see how we can utilize ChatGPT, and I think from a revenue management perspective, that can actually do some quite complex analyzing and strategizing for you, based on the data, based on your forecasting, based on your pricing strategy and your pricing data. So it can actually give you some really valuable insights, which can be done much more effectively than how it used to be a couple of years back. So definitely, if you're a hotelier, go and look on the technology solutions out there that are available. Use ChatGPT, and don't be afraid to try it.
Yeah, and like you were mentioning, giving examples like AI, it's not something exclusive for big hotels or exclusive for, it's already there. Everyone using for different purposes, and as you explain, I understand. Like in revenue management, it's to have a space to use and to benefit from it, right?
Yes, exactly. And I think, as technology providers, we are part of driving that development forward, and we need to adapt quickly, and we need to think about new ways, because this is a soon to be a commodity. Everyone, as you say, it's accessible to everyone. It's not a principle or a question about whether you can afford it or not. Everyone has the opportunity.
Yeah. And any other trends that you think that this year will guide or you push the hotel industry?
Yeah, absolutely. I think another trend that we're seeing also, we have been talking about this for a while, that the technology adoption in general is increasing in the industry, especially since the pandemic, because the hotels need to work smarter, more effectively. They need to think about costs to a larger extent. And they also need to kind of have a very lean and effective operation, and they need technology to support them. So I would say we've been talking about technology adoption, but what we also are seeing now is that it's a growing interest in technology with a high level of automation. And we're also seeing there are different variants of this, but if you want to go for full automation, or if you want to do like a hybrid model where you can do controlled automation, so to say. So as a hotelier, you can decide, and this goes for many of our technology available, not only RMSs, but also PMSs and other third-party applications. You can decide which level of automation you want to implement into your hotel. And you can start by having it quite controlled. You set the framework based on your branding strategy, your pricing strategy, and then the technology can actually operate and automate within that framework. So you always have a little bit of control, and you can decide yourself how much control you would like to have. So I think that is something we see higher interest in automation in general, but also hotels still ask for being able to add that kind of human touch to it.
Yeah, I like what you said, because before, not so much right now, but before, one of the reasons why hoteliers were so hesitant to adopt technology is they thought that it would be either everything automized, and then they would not have a say on how to use it, let's say. And you're saying like it's almost customizable now, like you decide as a hotelier how much automation you want, specific to your own strategy. So I think that's really
exactly. And there can be certain if you go back to looking at the revenue management system, there can be certain periods over a year where that your demand is really hard to anticipate, and then maybe you want to have you want to have more automation and let the system operate on its own, because it's very hard for you to anticipate. But then maybe you have also other periods where you kind of can based on your experience that the demand will be quite stable, and then maybe you can have more human control. So it depends on the type of, I would say, segment and market and type of property, obviously, but to have that kind of flexibility is something that hoteliers are asking for. Yeah.
Nice. So we had two already, AI, automation, technology. Any third trend that you can think of?
Yeah, I think it would not be fair to not mention total revenue management and TRevPar. I think, still we have been talking about this for some time in this sector, but I think still the technology vendors, we have some development left to do. We are not there quite yet, but soon, I think. And hotels are expanding their focus beyond room revenue. They are looking at how they can optimize other revenue streams that they have, such as food and beverage, parking, spa, and all other extra services around the guest. And I think the goal is to optimize, overall profitability, and it's kind of more, holistic approach. And they should also start looking at, hotels are also start looking into how they can use spaces for more revenue generating purposes and be more creative with their offering, to look beyond rooms. and I think that's something we see. And I think for technology vendors, we are working with this. We have been working for many years. But I think the challenge is that it requires new integrations to get access to new data sets. And we need also to, access them, but we also need to understand how that data structure should be, integrated with the current data structure of the PMS and the RMS. So it's not a quick fix, but we are working on it. And I think we will see many new development within that area soon.
Yeah, integration. I think it's always been a key player to a successful strategy overall. And I think more and more hotel tech companies are aware of that. They have to make it. Have to make the life easier for hoteliers and more efficient. And the only way it's like communicating between technologies, right? So
yes. Exactly. And you know how it is. If you look on the data in one system and then you look on the same data in another system and it doesn't 100% match, that creates uncertainty, and that's something that we need to kind of overcome and overbuild. We need to solve that challenge as technology vendors.
Yeah. Okay. So 3 of them already, trends and predictions. So do we have a 4th one, the last one?
Well, something that I also thought about, that we have seen from not only we are very focused on hotels, but there are a lot of other sectors, I would say, which is non-traditional revenue management sectors that are starting to adopt dynamic pricing and that are starting to look beyond the principles of static pricing. So they are starting to open up, and it can be anything such as sport events, theaters, cinemas, the entertainment industry, museums, restaurants, and so on. And we see that we get more these kind of requests. They are very curious, but they are also a little bit more immature. But I think, there's no reason for why you shouldn't have dynamic pricing in restaurants or different days, if it's a weekend or if it's a working day. There's no reason for why you shouldn't be, have to pay more to go to a museum on a Saturday instead of on a Wednesday, and so on. So I think from a guest, or so to say, from a consumer perspective, we are ready for that. I think we are seeing it will happen a lot of changes within these areas as well. And I think it's always good from a consumer perspective as well, as because they have always an alternative. You can always decide, do you want to go to the cinema on the Saturday, or do you want to go on a Wednesday when it's cheaper? You always have an option. So I think it's good for a more kind of healthy market and market competition, but it's also very good from a consumer perspective.
Right. Well, that's great. Like, I think what you're saying is that this dynamic pricing is spreading, and now it's mostly all the hospitality industry is adopting and beyond. So it makes sense, right? It does make sense. Offer, demand, offer, and then deciding the price. I think it's the basic. Thank you so much, Alexandra. This is a short video with the trends and predictions for 2024. So I really want to thank you and Atomize for having the time to chat with us today and sharing your insights. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Paula. Thank you for having me. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. And if you want to learn more about Atomize, you can find them on Cloudbeds Marketplace. Just go there and click on their logo. So thanks, everybody. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.